everyone, it's Tiffany here with Royal Purple Creations. I am getting ready to do a birthday gift for my mom. I am making a resin moon clock for her. Now, if you guys have followed me through some of my creations that I've made, then you'll know that this clock is actually one of my favorite clocks to make, is this resin moon clock. Now, as you see right here, it's not originally supposed to be a clock. It looks like it's meant to be like just a plaque or something, or even a tray. Not that you can really I guess hold a lot unless you want to do a trinket tray or something like that, because the moons are actually indented in here and they are, you know, round and in the actual phase. So I was like, hey, when I first got this and I counted them up, I was like, oh, there's exactly 12 on here. This is going to be a clock. We're going to start out with 40 we're going to start out with 40 milliliters of resin, 20 of part A and 20 of part B. We're going to see if that's going to be enough for me to use, and if not, we'll add more. Right here I'm adding my gold mined powder by Dibble Dabble. Got this from Amazon. I will leave the link below if they still have this available. I did buy this a couple of years ago. So we have my gold mixed up, and I do want like a deep rich gold. And yeah, it does look like I'm gonna have to add more in here. So we are gonna go ahead and bring this on up to 60. So I'm just adding more part A and adding more part B, and we're gonna mix this up some more. And I may have to add some more gold in here as well, because like I said, I'm trying to go for that deep gold. Two of my mom's favorite colors are black and gold, and that is part of her business colors as well. So I am gonna make this very, very rich gold looking, like almost that old gold look. So I believe I've added about 7 to 8 shakes here of the gold. I'm gonna mix this up some more, and we're gonna get ready and pour these. These are gonna be the moon indentions, and it is also going to be the rim of the clock, at least part of the rim of the clock. I still want the rest of it to be gold. So let's, oh my god, I poured too much right there. So we're gonna watch this real quick. And as you can see, I got used to pouring into the big ones, and then I got to the smaller ones and I'm like, oh, not poured too much. So now I'm gonna clean this up, and I spent a lot of time making sure I got all of that gold up. I didn't want to leave any gold left inside of the clock itself. Definitely wanted to make sure I saved that for my black. I took a paper towel, sprayed it with some alcohol to try to help get the rest of that resin out of there. Yeah, I really did spend a lot of time cleaning this this part up. I'm a perfectionist. You have to work with me here. I did cut a lot of that cleaning part out. This is the finishing part of it, and now I'm going for the rim. And oh geez, not again. That's okay. It's all right. Okay. So I noticed that I didn't get a lot of gold in certain areas. So this is where my heat gun is going to come into play. This really helped me move a lot of that resin around so it wouldn't stay in one place. I did learn that resin goes where resin is. So if there's any resin in that area, it's going to go there. Okay, so here we poured up a little bit of black. I had my husband help me with this because I had to step away for a little bit. This is the next day. So I told him the wrong measurement, so now we're gonna pour more of that black here. I'm using Curator, the Dibble Dabble, also in the same package as the gold mine. So it did also come from Amazon. It came in a pack of 24 colors, I believe. So I have a lot of colors to choose from. And to make it darker, I'm adding some obsidian resin pigment, liquid resin pigment. I got this from Michael's. This is gonna help because the pewter is actually more of a gray than anything else, and I wanted, look at me trying to get y'all, I'm trying to get to the there we go, there you go, past Tiffany, there you go. All right, so we're gonna mix this up and get this darker, because like I said, the pewter is more of a gray, and I want it as dark to as black as possible. So we have it mixed up here. We're gonna get ready and pour this down. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so the light right now makes it look silver, but guys, I promise you, when it gets done, it is definitely going to be the black that I want it to be. It looks like a dark silver, which is mostly what pewter is, which is why I tried to add that resin pigment in there. Look at those bubbles. I am not happy with that, but that's okay. We're going to get rid of those. We're going to get rid of those. Something else I found out is that my desk is not fully leveled. And it's interesting. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it's my desk or if it's my floor, because one part of my desk is flat enough, which is that tray you see in the top corner over there. So you see me trying to level it off right here. The area where that tray is at, it's just fine. But over here in the corner where I'm filming, yeah, no, the resin pushes it towards me. And I don't want it pushed towards me. We don't want unlevel projects. So you're gonna watch me level it off here a bit, and then we're gonna grab the heat gun and we're gonna start getting rid of some of those bubbles. I also spray my resin with alcohol too, guys, so to help get rid of some of those bubbles. So here you go. Here you go. Wow. Here you are. You see me with the heat gun here. I'm just turning it to make sure I level it off before I transport it over to my other side of my desk over there. Turn. Oh, and there we go. There it is, guys. It's nice and cured and smooth. I see the little bubble right there. Yeah, I see it. But no, this actually turned out really nice, better than I thought it was going to turn out. So we're going to unveil it here, and I do see a little bit of that resin on the side, but we got rid of that too. Ooh, look at that gold. Look how it pops against that dark gray there. So yes, it's not as black and dark as I wanted it to be, but the fact that I got that shine, that's one of the things I love about the mica powder. That little glitter that it has within it, that gold looks really good against that gray. And guys, look, it made a heart in the back. Look at that. Oh, that's how you know my things are made with love. My mom's gonna love that. That's gonna be freaking beautiful. There you go, Mom. Love you. All right, so next we're gonna draw lines. We're gonna draw the lines inside of the lotus flower that's in the background there, so that we can make that lotus flower pop out. Here I have a storage for all of my paint pens. I'm gonna use another gold here. That little carrying case, I got that from Dollar Tree, guys. So if you guys are interested in keeping your pens in something, and you can hang it up on your back wall, like on your crafting wall back there, that's pretty much what I did with a lot of my paint markers and my Cricut markers. My paint brushes are back there, things like that. So yeah, it's very nifty to have. I'm gonna show you guys that wall later in a different video. And yes, I see the mistakes. Don't worry, we definitely are gonna go in and fix those. Remember, guys, I am a perfectionist, so anytime I see a mistake, best believe it's gonna get cleaned up right away. I went and asked my husband for some Q-tips and a little cup of water right there, so we're gonna use that and get that cleaned up. The best thing about that paint marker, guys, is that it is water based, so it's very, very easy to clean up with just some water and some Q-tips. I love the intricate design in the back of this moon clock. And the best thing I love about it is how creative you can get with this. Now, usually I only do 2 colors with it. Actually, no, I am so lying. My first clock that I did was actually 3 colors. The lotus flower was silver, if I'm not mistaken, and my back piece, or my base back there, was actually blue and purple, and then my moons were silver. So actually, yeah, no, that was 3 colors, yeah. So you guys can get really creative with this. I'm telling you, this is like one of my favorite clock pieces. I definitely want to find more bigger clock pieces. I have this, and I have a sun that I do as well. If you guys want to see that, that is also on my website. Guys, if you are enjoying the video, I do hope you guys will like, follow, and subscribe. Be sure to share as well. Let me know if you guys enjoy watching these types of videos of me putting these together. Now we're working on the outside here. I did all of the inside. That's complete. And I'll tell you something, you would think that it's easy to do these lines because the lines are already there, and we are literally doing what we learned back in kindergarten, coloring within the lines. But it actually is just a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be. To stay in within the lines. I mean, I did pretty well, but the cleanup afterwards. Because sometimes I'll use too much water and the water will get in and erase the paint I already put in there. There we go. We are complete. So one of the things that I have not tried before is putting a logo inside of the clock. So I have a small piece here. We're going to make sure it fits. Cut this out with my Cricut, by the way. Got my Cricut bright pad here. We're going to turn this on. Fair warning, it will blur, and I hated that, so I apologize that the camera blurred right here, but I am weeding out the logo. We're going to weed out the smaller pieces within the letters. Next, you want to get yourself some transfer tape so we can transfer it from the vinyl piece onto the clock. I'm cleaning it here with alcohol, and I'm going to carefully peel this from the backing. Careful, careful, careful. Got it. Okay, we extracted it. I feel like a doctor. All right, we're going in. I need peace and quiet. Careful. Careful. And got it. Whew. Okay. We're there. We made it. Oh my goodness. Ooh, it had me sweating right there, y'all. Tell you. If I have to make sure that that's centered and make sure that when I get ready and put the actual clock piece in that it doesn't look off. So what I did was use the circles, corners. Look, a circle with corners. I used circles corners to make sure I was in the middle on the top, from the top and the bottom and the sides. And that little trick actually worked out quite well for me. Careful when peeling this off. The resin and the adhesive on the back of that transfer tape, they really like each other, so you got to be careful when pulling that off. All right, so now we're gonna pour in the top coat. As you can see, I did pour a little resin on there that was left from the tray. The tray is going to be in a different video that I'm going to show you guys. I also made her a tray with her business name on there, so I'm going to show you guys that. Also in the same color, black and gold. Oh my god, look at all those bubbles. We're gonna get rid of them. Don't worry about it, Tiffany. Don't worry about it. Guys, I forgot to tell you. So for this one, I believe I used 100. I believe I used 120 millimeter. No, 200. I want to say, to fill this clock. This is actually the first time I filled it all the way to the top. Usually when I do the resin clocks for this one, I don't fill it all the way up to the top. I usually just do a just enough to cover those lines, so when people go to touch the inside of it, they're looking to feel the lines, but they won't feel the lines at all because it's covered in resin. And here is the piece after it poured. Oh, there's a bubble spray. That got that out the way. All right, here it is after it's been poured. We got most of all the bubbles out here. Actually, I think we got all the bubbles out here. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I love it. All right, so we're gonna let this cure, set for a whole day or two, and then we're gonna get ready and enter the actual clock pieces. So here we are. You have to forgive my laptop's in the way, guys. I was working on some other stuff, but here we are. I got my hole drilled. I didn't show you guys that part because that would have been a lot to do, and resin dust would have been everywhere all over my computers and stuff, so didn't want that. But here is the clock here, and we want to make sure it's going to be at 12 up there, which is the new moon. You want to make sure the clock piece on the back is pointing up to 12, and you want to make sure your handles, when you're hands, when you're putting them on, are at 12. So we're adding the flat piece, and we're adding the bolt here. Is that the nut or the bolt, y'all? Forgive me. For the guys who may be watching, I do not know. I do know. Let me not say that. I was gonna say I don't know the difference between the nut and the bolt, but I do. So here we add the nut and the bolt, and now we're adding the hour hand first. Always add your hour hand on there first. Make sure it goes on there with a little small click, and that is pointing at 12. Next, we're gonna add our minute hand. Now, y'all, the minute hands are oh my gosh, they are so difficult for me to put on right off the bat. I have to play with it a little bit, but I finally got it on, and this one came with a little hex screw to put on there, so I'm just adding that on there, making sure that it's level, and then I'm taking my little wrench here and I'm tightening it, and now we're going to put on the second hand. And once again, guys, make sure everything is pointing at 12. I don't like how my minute hand is loose. I do not like that. But we got them on there. Okay. And there we go. Let's turn it. Make sure it works. Go the right way. There you go. Okay. Yep. We're good. It goes all the way to 1 o'clock. We can bring it all the way back. I was worried that drilling the hole was going to take a lot from the logo, but it did not. Now I'm just mad that I didn't make the logo just a little bit bigger though. Other than that, this is the final piece, guys. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough with me of how I put together this resin moon clock. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.